2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. We're bringing you the Los Angeles Lakers out at Staples Center as they'll face off against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Well, for Minnesota, 6 wins in their last 10 games. They'd like to play even better. Tonight, a chance to add to their win total. And I'll tell you, two tremendous defenses tonight, Kenny.
Yes.
It's going to be hard for either team to put up many points.
That's why you got to stay patient, Ernie. You can't just jack up shots. Every bucket is going to matter. Don't force shots. Just run your offense. Make sure everyone touches it. Make the defense work because they are willing to work.
And you got to pound the offensive glass, create second chance opportunities, and you got to try to get those easy buckets in transition.
Hey, so you got to be patient?
Yes.
I got a joke for you.
Oh.
I got a joke for you.
Okay, got it.
Okay, it's a knock-knock joke. Are you
Knock,
ready?
Yes.
All ready?
All right.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Impatient cow.
Impatient.
Moo. Because, see, the cow said moo
He was
before
so
the joke was
impatient.
over.
He said moo before you
Got it.
asked.
All right.
That's
a good one.
moo.
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast live in Los Angeles at the Staples Center. You're in for a treat as we bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And a wonderful surprise for all of you tonight. We're sitting along courtside with legendary Kobe Bryant. Kobe, thanks for joining us.
No, thank you, man. Thank you for letting me be a part of the team.
You're still a fan, aren't you, even though you're retired?
100%.
You look at the Timberwolves. If you think about their performance from last year, they're about where you'd expect them to be. They'd like to take that next step in a positive direction with the win here in this one.
Well, right now for the Timberwolves, they're placing themselves right among the league's top teams here in the early start. It doesn't look to me like they're in any danger of getting off to a slow start.
Greg, they've eliminated that possibility in my eyes. I mean, they've come together quickly, and I think they're going to be right in the playoff mix all season.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, guys, we know how much of a trailblazer LeBron James has been. He's taken charge of his own free agency to ensure that he is almost always on a contender. He has made it clear he has no interest in being around mediocrity. Kevin?
You're right, D.A. He wants rings and nothing less. In the NBA, because the players are so individually great and we all know about them, and the league pushes them in that direction. You know, you got the torch from Michael. You then gave it to LeBron. Before that, you know, it was Dr. J. And how I find that amazing how the torch is passed from one great player to another, yet each are so individual in their accomplishments. Did you like receiving it, and did you like passing it on?
Yeah, I love both. You know, the receiving and then passing it on, because it's the infinite cycle. It's an infinite loop, and the game just continues to evolve and players continue to grow. And so I was happy to be a part of that chain after watching it for so many years growing up, from, you know, Magic and Larry, and then to Michael, and then myself and LeBron, and now whoever comes next. It's an infinite loop, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Teague is at the point with Wiggins at the 2. Gibson plays the 4 with Towns in the middle. And it's Covington in at the small forward position. Teague kicks to Towns. That one a little long. And Kobe, talking about passing the torch, do you actually say, hey, you're taking over when I leave the game? And then on top of that, did Jordan say the same thing to you? Hey, Kobe, it's your league now. Take it.
No, it becomes apparent when you start winning championships. That's the tell-all, right? Can you lead a team to win a championship? And not just one, but multiple championships. And that's what determines who gets the torch next.
And here is Gibson following Lonzo Ball's 3. T kicks to Towns. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over McGee. Another miss by Towns. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That is his first foul of the game. The Lakers with a quick start to this game. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
And they had a ton of missed opportunities at the foul line. That's always a game changer.
Yeah, you don't want to leave that lettuce at the line, man. Easy points available at the free throw line. You got to cash those in.
Here's T. Following the basket by LeBron James. Teague finds Towns. Shoots over McGee. And Towns the bucket on the assist by T. And Kobe, I remember you saying that curiosity is such a valuable trait in a player. I bet the triangle was a very intriguing offense for you to learn and grasp.
Oh yeah, it created such a system. It's like, you know, jazz. When people watch jazz musicians orchestrating, it seems as if they're freelancing, but they're freelancing with a built-in structure. You have to have structure in order to be able to freelance and create these amazing things. And the triangle gave unbelievable structure. And you know, some of the people that I've talked to that have competed against the triangle and lost against the triangle, whether it's to us or to the Bulls, all lament about the triangle is the biggest crock of garbage. It was just you and Michael. Then I said, you know what? Let's have a conversation about that. Do you remember this play? Yeah. Okay, that play happened at the moment it happened with 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter because we knew in the first minute of the game when we ran it, you did this defensively. So we said, okay, they did that, check, we'll wait. Okay, now let's look at this action. Okay, this action, how they playing this action? They're playing it that way. All right, check. Hold it. We'll wait.
Interesting.
Right? And so in the fourth quarter, we're able to take advantage. Why? Because we have a structure. From that structure, we know what you are doing, and we know how to counter what you're doing. Right? There's a reason Michael can look at Steve Kerr in a timeout and said, be ready. How would he know that?
Yeah, right.
How would he know that unless he knew every time he drove middle, Stockton was coming over to help on his dribble penetration? He could have made that pass to Steve Kerr in the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter. Why did he wait?
That's good stuff. Now here's Wiggins. He had 28 points in the win against the Clippers.
Kudos to him for his energy, especially on the glass where he was an absolute beast.
So for the Timberwolves, their last game a win against the Clippers. Ball, the pass to LeBron, and the call will be against Jeff Teague. That's his first foul. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Back to Ball. Shot clock at 6. Here's Ingram.
Good discipline on defense. Wiggins right on top of it the whole way.
The shot's good from McGee.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Kobe, you love to take over a game. You're scoring everything you did. Who are the players you faced who held their own against you defensively, that were always something maybe that you really enjoyed playing because you knew they were so good defensively?
Tony Allen is my all-time favorite to go against. I loved going against Tony
monster,
Allen.
Huh?
He was amazing. Well, he didn't ask for any help ever. It wasn't like, I'm going to send Kobe down here and come for the trap. He wasn't asking for help. He's like, no, me and you. No matter how many times I hit him, no matter how many times I scored him, he was still there every single time. And I loved competing against him. Raja Bell is why I love competing against Raja.
Yeah, there were some battles with you and him when he played with Phoenix.
Yeah, because there was no back down on him, right?
None.
Eric Snow, Bruce Bowen I liked a lot. He played the game differently. He tried to frustrate you and all these things. So I was fortunate enough to go up against some really top defenders. Kawhi, I didn't get a chance to see much because it was later in my career.
That'd have been a good matchup.
I would have loved it.
Now, here's Covington. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Clippers. And stolen by Kuzma. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. Ingram outside. And it's off from three-point range. Timberwolves trail by 4. Ingram with the steal. The finish. Oh, and the jam by LeBron.
How about that endless wingspan of Ingram? I mean, really causing the opposition a lot of problems.
And that was an Unleash Chaos replay, courtesy of Under Armour, wreaking havoc at the rim. Now here's Towns. He had 16 points in the win against the Clippers. Floats it up for Wiggins. Got a piece of it. 3-on-3. It's deflected. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Yeah, there's no reason why they should be scoring at will down there easily as they have. I mean, they've got to be more aggressive inside.
And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. You look at Portland. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
I think Minnesota, they've been sinking on this list to start out the year. Not what they or really anyone else expected, but that's why you play the games.
Now, here's Covington. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game, and Towns gets it to go. Kobe, when you think of that rough and tumble style of the Pistons and the Knicks in the 80s versus this more wide open style, which style do you appreciate more, and which style was more difficult to play?
Well, personally, I always wanted to play in the 80s because of the defensive rules, the illegal defense rules, where you have to play man-to-man. You can't come in and 2-9 in the paint. There's no zone defenses. You know, you have to go mano-y-mano, right? If you're going to double team,
challenge.
Oh my gosh, come on now. You can't. People can't hide. Players can't hide. You know, it's a player out there that might not be a good defensive player or doesn't really want to play defense. He can hide. In the 80s, you can't do that.
No hiding.
No, there's no hiding. You're on an island.
Here's James after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. James, the pass to Kuzma. Kicks it out to LeBron. Buries it from three-point range. LeBron's got 11 points.
Boy, he's dangerous right now. He feels like he's making every shot he puts up.
Towns up top. Pass to Teague. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Brandon Ingram.
And Teague is just the player you want drawing fouls and getting to the line. A solid free throw shooter.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Los Angeles?
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
The first free throw is good. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Tyson Chandler is checked in for JaVale McGee. Lance Stevenson comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Brandon Ingram. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Lonzo Ball. And then for Minnesota, Gorgui Dieng's checked in for Gibson. Saric comes in for Robert Covington. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Andrew Wiggins. And so he hits both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Stevenson against Saric. Chandler. Offensive rebound. Hart the pass to James. Lobbed up there for Chandler. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. And Kobe, one of your trademarks, the fadeaway jumper. It's so effective because it's unguardable.
Can't guard it. I remember playing against Eric Snow in the Sixers one time in Philadelphia. He was a really great defensive player. And I took him down the post, and I turned around, and I hit a fall away. And running back up the court, he was like, man, if you're going to make that, man, it's just, you know, I just got to put my hand up. If you're going to make that shot, God bless you. I said, well, then God bless me, because I practiced that shot thousands of times, so thank you.
And he was a good defender.
He's a great defender.
Yes.
But those fadeaway shots, you know, players are just used to putting their hand up. But if you just put a hand up, and these are shots that I take thousands of times, you just got to hope I miss it.
And you didn't.
No, not that one.
Here's James following the score by Derrick Rose.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Yeah, excellent extension on the block. Superb timing as well to swat that one away.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans love to see.
Tell you what, Greg, it's getting to the point where you assume every shot is going to go down. I mean, nobody's missing out there.
Now here's James. 26 points for him last game against Toronto.
And also 4 blocks. I mean, just an important factor on both ends. Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
Well, it definitely was a disappointing part of his game this year. Not the numbers he was hoping for from the stripe.
Free throw good, James.
And really no better leader in the NBA than LeBron. The closest thing to a player coach we've had in a long time.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Tolliver comes in for Towns, and Jones subbed in for Teague. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's a 5-point game. To the wing right side. To the middle. Here's Tolliver. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game. Kobe, a lot of guys, once they stop playing, their bodies change. Yeah. Yet they still have the ailments.
That's generous.
But a lot of guys have ailments that linger on through their post-career. What kind of workout? We know you were just a workout fiend when you played, but what about now in retirement?
I work out hard.
Do you?
Yeah, it's become a challenge to say, because most players when they retire say, you know what, I just don't want to gain a boatload of weight, right? And so they just try to manage that. I don't want to manage something. I want to attack something. So I'm going to say, you know what?
Well, that's a surprise.
Revelation. And so I said, I'm going to train harder than I ever did because I want to look good. I want to be fit for my children. I want to be able to chase them around and be able to show up at some of these retirement ceremonies or some of these other things.
And looking like you did when you played.
Being in great shape.
Yeah.
So.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Beasley's checked in. Saric. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Now that's confidence. Saric says, in Dario, I trust.
And it's Stevenson missing. And Kobe, you're staying in shape even now. Isn't it sad sometimes to see how a lot of guys don't do that?
Yeah, it's hard, right? Because you have a purpose to train.
Yes.
And now you wake up, you're like, oh, what's my purpose for training? What I need to be doing this for? No, I'll do it tomorrow. No, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. And all of a sudden, those handles start creeping from the back to the front. And you're like, oh,
yeah.
Tomorrow's today.
My clothes don't fit.
Yeah.
My clothes don't fit.
Tomorrow should have been yesterday.
Los Angeles shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Two shots.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. Kobe, you're so decorated in every way individually and as a teammate with the 5 championships. Of all the things, the all-star games, the all-defense, all the individual things you've accomplished, what is the one thing you might cherish? And you may have alluded to it with the championships, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, but at the end of the day, is that the one thing above everything else that you covet?
No. You know, the fact that I can look in the mirror and honestly say I gave everything to the game.
Right? That was obvious.
But that's the thing, right? You don't want to feel like you've left anything on the table. There's no stone left unturned. I gave everything to the game that I possibly could. That, to me, is the biggest accomplishment.
What a feeling.
Yeah.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one.
And there's no denying that Rondo is a wizard with the ball, exceptional at exploiting holes in the defense.
And the second free throw, good. Minnesota's gone 1-2 from long range in the first quarter. Sharch with it, now guarded by Stevenson. So they take the lead. Rose has got 5 points so far.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Yeah, that's the kind of aggressive attitude Stevenson brings to the table. He's not going to sit back and settle for jump shots. If he can attack the basket, he will. They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Rondo kicks to Stevenson. Inside, here's Beasley. Got a hand on it. They recover it. It's Jones on the wing. He's covered by Rondo. Out to the right wing. Here's Jang. And Lance Stevenson pulls it down.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Lakers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
You know, they've really put themselves behind the 8 ball in so many of their games because they just have not been able to knock down those foul shots.
And the first one drops.
When Lance Stevenson is focused, he's very dangerous, has a ton of talent, good, strong physical body, athletic, versatile. He does a lot of good things out there.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
Yeah, that's a big reason they're trailing. You can't allow a parade to the free throw line and expect to be on top in the game.
And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Lakers. Trailing by 2. Last time they met was in Minnesota where they beat the Timberwolves.
And the previous meeting was a win for them and a huge day for the bench. The reserves really stepped it up with their scoring.
Greg, we know how important it is when you can go to your reserves without much drop-off in production. It gives you a big advantage. I know they'd love to see that again tonight.
What a performance for Derrick Rose. He has been the story for Minnesota. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We'll return shortly. One of the most high-powered scorers in the game, Karl Anthony Towns, knows it's important to keep his teammates involved.
You know, everyone has to get some of the sugar, you know, so making sure you're not just being a ball hog. So I'm just always trying to make sure that I'm taking wide open shots that I think everyone on the team would love for me to take if I have the opportunity. But also at the end of the day, making sure everyone gets a chance to be in the candy shop.
Well, when you're attracting, Greg, all that defensive attention, it creates opportunities for your teammates.
And Towns wants to win big. To do that, though, it's not enough to get numbers. You've got to make your teammates better as well.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for Minnesota, Jones is out there with Derrick Rose. Then it's Dario Saric. Then it's Gorgie Dang. And it's Tolliver in a power forward. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, of course, there's no shortage of storylines in Los Angeles. Now, last season, some people thought that Lakers coach Luke Walton had lost his players, and the front office seemed slow to come to his defense. Now, Walton was a high-profile hire from Golden State in 2016, and you wonder if the Lakers will remain committed to their young coach if they can't start winning more regularly. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you.
You know, in close, he's capable of hammering it down, and that's why you got to keep Saric away from the basket.
Over you look at the younger generation entering the NBA right now. So much that they can learn from someone like you that played. Do you give a lot of advice to younger players?
I do. And, a lot of players call me, and we'll talk, and I have questions. And I think that's really important. When I was coming up, I certainly asked a lot of questions, whether it's to Michael or whether it's to Magic, Larry, Dr. J. I always reached out, Michael Cooper. I spoke to as many players as I possibly could to try to understand and gain knowledge. If you have those players that are there, why wouldn't you reach out to Akeem Olajuwon to figure things out?
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Lance Stevenson. Minnesota also making some changes. Robert Covington's checked in for Saric, and Wiggins is subbed in for Tyus Jones.
Boy, awful defending, really. But in the end, they dodged a bullet. They can't let shooters get clean looks from outside, though.
Now, Wiggins. Rondo missing on the 3. Here is Tolliver over Beasley, and again it's Minnesota converting.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Rondo finds Beasley. The wide open look here for Kuzma. Second chance shot, and the shot goes in. Chandler's got 4 points this quarter.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Yeah, those are back crushers. They really crack your back when you give teams second shots like that.
Chandler with the block.
And how about the basketball IQ of Chandler? Just knows exactly when to sky and commit to blocking shots.
Timberwolves leading by 4, and a wide open look here for Wiggins. Off target with his 3.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you should miss.
Outside Rondo. Kuzma against Covington. And the rejection by Jang.
And this is something you'd like to see more of from Jang, given his size and wingspan.
And finished off by Jang.
Inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Here's Rondo after the basket by Minnesota. And Kuzma has it in the corner. The teardrop falls in. Kuzma's got his first 2 points of the night.
Once Kuzma has the position he wants inside, he does his thing fearlessly.
Wiggins passes to Rose. Here's Jang. Rose kicks to Wiggins. Back to Rose. Clock at 6. His 3-pointers off the mark.
He's yet to hit another 3 after nailing one in the first, but I don't think that's going to stop him from shooting.
Yeah, and Rondo just working the ball around there. He loves finding his teammates when they're open in the sweet spots.
Rondo against Rose. Here's Wiggins. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got his 3rd assist on the night. Lakers trail by 4. Los Angeles calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. JaVale McGee's checked in for Chandler. LeBron comes in for Michael Beasley. Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for Josh Hart. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Rajon Rondo. The Timberwolves also changing it up. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Jang. Gibson comes in for Anthony Tolliver. And it's Teague in for Derrick Rose. And Towns gets it to go. Towns has got 8 points.
Well, you got to do better to root Towns out of there. He's a really polished scorer inside.
Ball against Teague. Ball no good. The Minnesota Timberwolves coming to this one after the win against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Teague finds Gibson, tipped away, and stolen by Kuzma. LeBron outside. And the rejection by Towns.
Well, you see the great reach as well as the relentless pursuit shown by Towns. He's simply saying, not here, not now, not in my house.
Just 3 to shoot. Near the three-point line, it's Ingram. And that one is off. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Executed on the road, stayed focused, stayed consistent with who you are as a team.
I love that, Greg. You got to do that away from home. It shows how connected they are with one another playing that way, and excellent chemistry.
Now here's James. Jeff Teague unable to get his shot to go. And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Ingram. Teague feeling it out a bit. McGee against Towns. Now the feed to Wiggins. Over Ingram. And that one hits back iron.
He's not shooting a high percentage right now, and part of the reason could be that his shot quality is poor, and he's just got to be a little smarter about his shots.
Ball against Teague. Outside, Towns. Back to Teague. Tries a 3. And there's the foul. It goes on Taj Gibson. That's his first foul. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. Ball, the pass to LeBron. Back to Ball. Out to Ingram. And stolen by Wiggins. A rebound by the Lakers.
Boy, incredible effort on defense. Refusing to give him an uncontested layup. Nothing easy.
For Los Angeles, they have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Ball.
Always got to keep an eye on the ball. No pun intended. He's a guy that can do a little bit of everything. A triple-double threat every game.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Timberwolves trail by 3. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Upping his intensity on the defensive end. Love to see that. Kuzma uses his length and athleticism to challenge and alter shots.
Ball with it, picked up by Teague. Ball kicks to LeBron, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. There's the foul. That's against Minnesota. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that. Made them pay.
And stolen by Kuzma. And here we go. Kuzma heading to the hoop.
Mobile and tenacious on the drive. Kuzma. Easy to see how he gets these calls.
The Lakers have been getting it done at the line. 10 for 12. Sharch checked in for Minnesota. And so he makes both from the line.
And a great job from the line this quarter. They've gotten their percentage way up there.
Minnesota calls timeout. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
And he's just attacking the rim with force here. They need to try and deny him the ball in the paint to keep him away from the basket.
And just who is providing all the playmaking here tonight? Let's look at the breakdown between the front and back court for the Timberwolves.
and their guards have been the ones to really set the tone here tonight with their ability to create shots. You talk about the big fellas. They love to play with guards who try to keep them involved offensively.
That one's in there. The Lakers' lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Andrew Wiggins.
I'll tell you what, how easy does Wiggins make the game look? I mean, in the flow, excellent stroke from distance. It's fun to watch.
And stolen by James.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Yeah, I concur. I mean, definitely on the roll right now. Seems like everything he's throwing up is going down.
And here we go. Fast break. Kuzma's got it. And Kuzma slams it in.
Well, you've got to be attentive around Kuzma. You can't be casual. He's excellent at gambling appropriately and coming away with steals.
Now here's Covington. That one's good. The Laker lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Towns.
And, you know, it's obvious he's a talented scorer. I mean, that's a given. A guy you can depend on to get it done in a lot of ways.
Wiggins against Ingram. Lays it up off the glass. Ingram's got the lead. Back up to 8 now for Los Angeles.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Lance Stephenson's checked in for Los Angeles. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Jones is checked in. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Saric is highly engaged and very good at keeping the defense on their toes and making them commit the foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And that 84% free throw percentage is a testament to all the hard work he's put in on the line.
Guys, he's slightly fallen off his pace from a year ago at the line, and those points from the stripe have been a little harder to come by.
And that one falls from Saric.
And, you know, really, Saric's skills are tailor-made for today's NBA. He's a big guy who does a little bit of everything at both ends, and he's a laser from that three-point line.
Saric nails them both.
Great touch from the line. Always important for bigger guys to be able to come through at the stripe.
And there's the call on Dario Saric. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for James.
And doing a good job from the line here in the second quarter.
And he makes the first but misses the second. Here's Jones. Teague finds Towns. Back to Teague. Some solid defense from Ingram. Los Angeles leading by 7. Stevenson right side. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one is on Towns.
And, you know, Ingram isn't just a sensational scorer. He also passes the ball pretty well.
Now here's Saric. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Clippers.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Here's Ball. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. And the slam dunk by McGee.
And I'll tell you what, guys, I think that's the best part of James's game. And he's got a lot of good parts, but his vision is otherworldly.
Jones kicks to Teague. Down low, Covington. A second chance effort. A nice shot by Teague.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
I'd like to give a big thank you once again to Kobe Bryant for coming by, and feel free anytime to drop by and join our broadcast.
No, thank you, man. It's been wonderful. Thank you for having me.
You know, Clark, thinking back on Kobe's legacy to the Lakers and how great of an impact he had in that team. Very few players have that kind of relationship with a franchise.
And you know, Kevin, with free agency, it's getting more and more rare for a player to spend their entire career with one team as Kobe did with the Lakers. I have a special place in my heart for those kind of guys, a one franchise superstar. And not to begrudge guys for going elsewhere and playing for multiple teams, but it does certainly make it a little more special when you see guys the ilk of Kobe play with only one team.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. And the basket by Jones.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
And here is Ball. 7 points in the game. Kicks to James. And so that brings the first half to a close. Lakers on top, up 6. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
16. Thanks, Kevin. Andrew, they shot the lights out in the first half. What has to change?
Get back. You know, focus on getting back, guarding your man, and not taking these real.
It starts with a man-on-man challenge. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's good to have you back. You're watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. This right here is Kenny the Jet Smith. This right here is Shaquille O'Neal. Me, I'm just Ernie. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 20 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. He's been playing extremely well lately and making some new highlights for us already in this one. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, they've gotten to the line tonight a lot. Basically, they're saying, I'm going to take it to you. And the only way you can stop me is to foul me. But here's the thing. If you're afraid to sacrifice your body, you'll never pick up a lot of free throws. So great job in the first half.
Shaq, what'd you think about Minnesota?
Way too many turnovers, Ernie. I understand pushing the action, trying to make things happen, but you got to be under control. Forced turnovers are one thing. Being completely careless is another. At least they have another half of basketball to improve.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side,
my brother.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
Yeah, he's really been catching the defense off guard so far here in this game, racking up a bunch of trips to the line.
Yeah, and you know what? I like the fact that he's staying in aggressive attack mode. I mean, forcing the issue, making the defense foul.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Lonzo Ball out there with Ingram. And it's McGee in at the center filling out the middle. That's the Laker 5. And Jeff Teague grew up in Indianapolis, spent a season with the Pacers. Clark, you've spent some time around that team. What are your impressions of Teague?
I think he's really solid. Kind of a quiet leader, steady, reliable. He actually stayed in his parents' basement while he was with the Pacers. Pretty frugal, I would add, too. They say you can't go home again. I guess he proved that theory wrong.
First free throw is good. Minnesota making a switch here. Gibson's checked in. That one is no good. The position of power forward, Clark, that was your position. Did you ever think it would become a major weapon for stretching the floor as it is now?
No, I didn't see that evolution happening. I mean, again, at that time in the 80s, even into the 90s, you had the small forward and the power forward was more of an enforcer. I was actually kind of a hybrid at the time because I could deal inside effectively on the glass and because of my size and strength, but also could step out and put it on the floor and pass it a little bit. So no, the evolution with the 4-man in this day and age, I did not foresee that at all. Love what's happened with it, but it speaks, I think, to the athleticism and skill of these bigger guys now.
It does. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Kyle Kuzma had a tough upbringing in Flint, Michigan. He said they had the recession, lead in the water. It was like an urban war zone. We probably moved 14 times before I was 16. Basketball was my key, and his drive to succeed in the NBA was born of a desire to escape that environment. Kevin?
A tremendous work ethic, David. Thank you. The free throw drops for Towns. And you think about the game of Karl Anthony Towns, the versatility, Clark. The versatility just leaps out at you.
Well, he's a man of his times, Kevin, when you talk about his game. I mean, that's where the game is now. And that's always been his ambition, to be as complete a player as possible. And at his size, he shoots it deep, he can post you up. And as he gets better as a passer, he's going to be harder to guard.
Well, Greg, you knew that the Laker front office and Magic were going to do everything they could to bring in big-name free agents, and they succeeded. They got the biggest name of them all in LeBron.
LeBron coming to L.A. completely shifts the mindset of this organization. Team was very busy the rest of the free agent period as well. Still made very aggressive plays, as this is a team that is looking to win now.
And it's good for 2.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Timberwolves trail by 11. Teague, the pass to Gibson. Back to Teague. Stolen by McGee. And here we go. Fast break. Kuzma's got it. It's rebounded by Towns. And here's Gibson. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Inside. And Wiggins gets it to go on the assist by Teague. Teague's got his 7th assist in the game. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. LeBron James on the wing, defended by Covington. They get it back. James shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Jeff Teague. That free throw missing. And he sinks the second. LeBron signing a 4-year deal with the Lakers. Greg, many speculated it might happen, but it was still a shock to many.
Makes sense from LeBron's standpoint. Son plays in L.A. for high school. LeBron has a lot of business interests as well. And also what's interesting is that when LeBron's contract ends, his son could potentially be coming into the NBA as a rookie.
Yeah, high percentage look there, Kevin. I mean, Wiggins reads the defense and then basically just takes what he's given there.
Ball against Teague. Ball kicks to Ingram. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. 9 points for Brandon Ingram. Minnesota calls timeout. And some other contenders, Clark in the West, are faltering. The window now seems to be opening wider for the Timberwolves as they march down this playoff road.
Yeah, they're closing in on it, Kevin. The window is a little wider, but you've got to walk through it. And right now, they're still second tier.
Rajon Rondo's checked in for Ball. Rose, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Knocks it loose. Stolen by McGee. And a wide open look for James. And another basket for the Lakers.
And when James gets going, there's no stopping him. Just a dynamite scorer who feels he can get any shot he wants.
Now here's Rose. 11 points in the game. Ingram outside. Pass to LeBron. To the middle. McGee's shot is off. Timberwolves trail by 12. Rose with the ball. He's picked up by Rondo. And another steal for him. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Josh Hart comes in for Ingram. Now here's Rondo. And right now he's averaging about 7 points a game. Over in the corner, Chandler down low. James with the bucket. LeBron's got 30.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Towns against Chandler. A three-pointer. Wiggins buries it from three-point range. Wiggins has got 7 points here in this quarter.
This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside.
Back to LeBron. And the dunk by LeBron.
LeBron James throwing it down is a thing of beauty. An incredible athlete who makes dunking look as easy as it can look.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
And the Lakers have possession, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Wiggins right side. Here's Covington. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Covington's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
And it's always terrific when Covington gets going down in the paint. I mean, this guy can score the ball from anywhere on the floor.
Well, the big story in the offseason was LeBron's free agency. You knew that there would be a ton of rumors flying around about where he might end up. Honestly, I'm sure he's glad it's over with and can once again focus on the court.
Michael Beasley, he's checked in for the Lakers. And the Timberwolves call time here. And for LeBron, it's really about the media circus, Greg, that surrounds him when he's a free agent.
And boy, it's hard because his free agency is the story in the NBA. Honestly, maybe the story in sports. The decision he made with this team completely shaped and shifted the outlook of the entire league. All other free agents and teams were just waiting to see what he'd do before the dominoes start to fall.
Now here's Rose. He's got 11. Left side, Gibson. Now the pass to Covington. Shot clock at 5. And it's off from three-point range.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Rose against Rondo. The 19-foot shot, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. 13 points for Rose.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
I think he's got to be more aggressive, stronger, getting through those screens. Can't allow shooters that kind of space to pull the trigger.
Here's Hart. He's still scoreless so far in this one. No good on the triple. Timberwolves trail by 11. Rose finds Towns. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got his 5th assist in this one. Now Rondo. Dishes it to Chandler. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Covington passes to Gibson, and he gets it to go.
And his work in the weight room on full display there. Gibson is excellent at sticking with his shot despite the contact.
And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Stevenson's checked in.
One shot.
The free throw is off from Gibson. We always talk about the need for front court players who can both shoot and defend along the perimeter. Clark, if you're taking that in mind, who would you point to as the prototype for the new school big?
Well, I think the guy with the most potential in that regard is Joel Embiid. I mean, he's agile. He's got a nice touch. He's got three-point range. He's got post-up ability. And I think he can become an impactful defender because of his physical attributes. So he would be the poster guy for me in terms of the potential prototype for the new school big.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
The Timberwolves have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive numbers.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Zhang's checked in, and the Lakers call time here.
Well, the 2016 Rookie of the Year, Karl Anthony Towns, a.k.a. Cat. Only the 5th player to win that award unanimously. And by the way, in year 2, he set the Timberwolves franchise record for scoring in a season.
Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Towns. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart for Rose.
And everything he's touched has turned to gold. If you are on defense, you have to make sure all 5 players know exactly where he is at all times, because if he gets a sliver of a look, he'll get it done.
Here's Hart. No good on the quick 3. And you talk about Towns' sophomore year. He became the first player, Clark, in NBA history to record 2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, and 100 three-pointers in a single season.
Wow, that is impressive, boy. But his shooting ability for his size is remarkable. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me before his career is done, Kevin, if he joins Dirk Nowitzki as the only 7-footers in the 50-40-90 club. 50% two-point field goals, 40% or better from 3, and 90% from the line.
Wasted no time on that one. 9 points for Dario Saric.
You know, it's obvious that Saric has really improved his outside shot. I mean, he had a good stroke coming in, but it's gotten better. He's a legitimate threat to score from there.
Now, here's Stevenson. 8 points for him. 6 on the shot clock. Rondo kicks to Beasley. Over Jones. And it's Beasley. That time in the assist by Rondo. Beasley's got 5 points so far.
And Rondo is a dime dropper. One of the best passing point guards our game has ever seen.
Jones for 3. No good. Shot missing. And the Lakers going the other way now. And Hart has it in the corner. Back to Rondo. The dish now to Stevenson. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Now it's a 7-point Laker lead. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That will conclude a 5-game road trip for them.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Now here's Stevenson. 10 points for him. Some solid defense from Saric.
And that layup is usually going in, especially when the defense is as lazy as that.
That is the perfect technique to rebound. I mean, he shields his man, kept him behind, and then he's off to the races.
Rose with the block. 1:57 left to play in the third. Good on the shot. Now just a 2-point Los Angeles lead.
Saric is deceptively strong. This guy's got good strength, and he doesn't mind being physical, can absorb the contact and find a way to finish.
Timeout called the Lakers.
And unfortunately, injuries will always be the concern with Derrick Rose. Still loves the game of basketball, knows he is limited compared to what he once was. Amazing with all he's fought through, he can still perform at such a high level.
And the Lakers with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Chandler. Brandon Ingram comes in for Michael Beasley. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Rajon Rondo. Teague is checked in for the Timberwolves. McGee's shot is off. And with Rose, as you said, his love of the game is still there, and he still wants to play.
I mean, many players would have just walked away from having their body betray him. But Rose said last season he loves what he gets to do and still would be a water boy if he had to. You have to admire Rose's attitude and approach in that regard.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Josh Hart. Up top, Stevenson. He's covered by Rose. Ball with it. 10 points for him. Here's McGee, and the rejection by Jang. And he gets it back. The shot's good from McGee. And so it's Minnesota with it. 4-point game. Rose finds Jang. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Jang's got 8 points.
Soft touch on that jumper, guys. I mean, this is where Jang can be dangerous. Facing up from mid-range can put a lot of pressure on the defense.
Now, here's Ball. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. He gets that one.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Rose passes to Teague. Tolliver for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Ball's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. 6-second difference between shot and gameplay. Here's Stevenson, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Saric.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And the first one drops. Good on both. 19 seconds left in the third quarter. Rose surveying the D. He kicks it to T. Lets it go from the wing. He can't get that one.
If you're a pro, you got to drain that shot. I mean, doesn't matter who you are. The defense left him wide open. Pros make those.
And so it's Los Angeles with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, they've got Saric. Derrick Rose is out there with Teague. Then it's Wiggins, and it's Jang in at the 5, patrolling the paint. Now here's Teague. Brandon Ingram missing his last shot. The shot by Sharch, no good. Ingram outside. Passes to Kuzma. Ball kicks to Kuzma. Lays it up off the glass. Kuzma's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Los Angeles. Ingram against Rose. Sharch dishes to Rose. Pass to Wiggins. To the paint. Here's Teague. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got 3 assists tonight. Los Angeles leading by 6. Stevenson outside. Kicks it to Ingram. Six to shoot. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
You know, guys, not only can Ingram score from the perimeter, but he can get it done inside, too. I mean, the way he releases the shot and that extension he gets on it makes it very hard to block.
Here's Teague. It's deflected.
Obviously, I mean, it would go a long way if he's making the shots. Right now, they're behind, and they certainly could use his help.
Kuzma uses the glass to finish the layup. And now a 10-point Los Angeles lead.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Rose. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Lakers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Here's McGee, and it's McGee with the jam. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 12 rebounds.
Paul's such a terrific passer. He seems to have a sixth sense. Nice feel, which is hard to teach.
Teague finds Jang. McGee with the block. Here's Stevenson. Ball, the pass to McGee. Can't cash in from close range. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Wiggins trying to get open as Jang. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That's his first foul. Los Angeles making a switch here. James is checked in. Timberwolves also changing it up. Towns, he's checked in for Sharch. And Robert Covington subbed in for Derrick Rose. He gets it in there.
You know, there isn't a lot of time in between when T caught the ball and then when he let it fly. I mean, that was a great example of a quick catch and shoot.
Kuzma kicks to James and stolen by Jang. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. James has got his 5th rebound in this one.
Outstanding vision plus the height of Towns allows him to see over defenders.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Ingram outside. And Kuzma slams it in.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one.
Boy, that sounded like Greg Anthony stealing a little bit of Kevin's thunder. I know this guy's hoping to rouse his teammates for sure with that one.
He is, and Greg sounded better saying it than I did. And the action on hold, as it appears there's been an injury. Yep, he's definitely in a bad way out there right now. Tough to see.
Well, I mean, you really feel for him. I mean, and the entire team. Just, you got to hope for the best.
Yeah, absolutely, Greg. I mean, of course, this is why you build out your depth as best you can. I mean, you just never know when injuries might show up.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Towns. And Kuzma slams it in.
And, you know, I think Kuzma's the kind of guy you've got to push out of the paint. When you don't, this is what happens.
On the wing, Wiggins. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
And just great offensive execution by both sides, leaving nothing on the table.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Greg, both of these teams completely aligned, in sync right now. I mean, they are torching the Nets late in this ball game.
Now here's Ingram. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them. Teague against Ball. Teague finds Jang. Back to Teague. Shoots a three. There's JaVale McGee with the rebound. McGee's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Sharch checked in for the Timberwolves. Los Angeles leading by 8. LeBron outside. Out to Kuzma. Out to the wing. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
Well, the thing they did there, Greg, clogged up the passing lanes, playing them beautifully and making things hard for the opponent. That's really good defense.
Now here's Covington. Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Andrew Wiggins.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
LeBron against Covington. The drive by James, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Sharch, and so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Zhang's checked in.
And watching Robert Covington and how he plays out there, great 3-and-D guy, the ultimate role player on a team, and he just gels well with his teammates, and he doesn't force shots.
Scoring barrage from Wiggins. Aggressive, focus. No one's been able to hold him down all night.
LeBron dishes the ball. To the inside, Ingram. Rebound, Minnesota.
And I think all the credit goes to the defense there, Kevin. Exceptional job getting the shooter to rush that layup.
Wiggins from outside. It's good from long range. Now just a 2-point Los Angeles lead.
He's flipped the script here in this half, shooting a much higher percentage from the field.
Wiggins against Ingram. They double him with that. Ingram passing to McGee, and it's McGee with the jam.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Now here's Gibson. Teague kicks to Wiggins. Pass to Covington. Clock at 6. Back to Wiggins. He's off on that one. Some solid defense from Ingram. Here's Kuzma. No good. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Covington wide open. He fires. No good from outside. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. They lead by 4. Ball no good. Minnesota's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Covington finds Dang. McGee with the block. And here's Kuzma. And that one's good. James. James has got 37.
Great basketball from him, Kevin. A commanding performance, helping add to the lead this quarter.
Teague the pass to Wiggins. And Wiggins throws it down.
Teague's ability to find the open man makes him one of the better passing point guards in the league.
James against Covington. LeBron kicks to Ingram. In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
Yeah, those shots are taken totally in rhythm, high percentage quality shots, and really getting whatever he wants.
There's the pass to Gibson. Back to Teague, passes it to Wiggins. And so the ball's out of bounds. Ingram touched it last. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Outside Teague, down to 5 on the shot clock. Bates Diop, the pass to Teague. It's tipped.
Ball size and timing, really an asset when it comes to him blocking shots.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off.
And it's McGee with the jam.
and a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Vitally important. I mean, if you relax for a second, you're cooked, you're toast. They learned that lesson there.
Here's T, following the bucket by the Lakers, looking to get it going. And that's 2 points on the layup. And he's now got the double-double. 11 points and 11 assists. Lakers leading by 6. Now here's LeBron. He kicks to McGee. Inside, Kuzma. That's down the hatch. Notch one more to his total. That's 9 for 15 shooting.
Even when Kuzma is defended well, he's still great at maintaining his composure and getting to the basket.
Gibson passes to Bates-Diop. Beyond the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc. And that's now 7 points for Taj Gibson.
Gibson loves coming through for his team when they need him to.
James against Covington. LeBron kicks to McGee. Score the basket, his 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
A chance here to get a quick injury report. Or an update on Karl Anthony Towns' injury. Let's go over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, I had a moment to catch up with Minnesota's head athletic trainer. After taking a look, he informed me that it doesn't look too bad. Season is still very young, but that is bad news to get at any point of the year. We'll see how the team responds without him, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks for checking in and letting us know how he's doing.
And let's just hope that he doesn't have any setbacks during his recovery.
Yeah, I'm with you there, guys. One thing we know is that he's not going to let it get him down. I mean, it'll only motivate him to work harder to get back as soon as possible.
And Kuzma slams it in.
Put that throttle down. Love seeing Kuzma on offense play with so much confidence.
Teague against Ball. Teague kicks to Wiggins. Shoots over Ingram. Off the left rim and out. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option. And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for Los Angeles.
Their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
But, Greg, still 2 more games upcoming between these teams, so we could have a few more twists and turns down the road.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for LeBron.
And you know what stood out to me, Kevin, was his confidence. I mean, he was taking a lot of good shots and knocking them all down.
There's 57 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Rose with the ball. Now guarded by Ingram. Rose finds Covington. Here's Jang. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Strong move in the painted area. I mean, Jang draws a lot more fouls when being aggressive.
He hits the first one, and that brings them to within 10. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Tyson Chandler is checked in for JaVale McGee. Beasley comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Lance Stevenson's checked in for James. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Ball. Timberwolves also changing it up. Tolliver comes in for Robert Covington. And Jones subbed in for Jeff Teague.
Hey, he just threw that possession away. Hopefully he learns from that and doesn't make the same mistake again.
Now Rose. In the corner, it's Tolliver. It's good. This time the assist from Rose.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, they're dialed in, locked and loaded from outside the arc. It's all about the triple so far.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Chandler. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Michael Beasley. LeBron's checked in for Lance Stevenson. And Ball subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Robert Covington's checked in for Minnesota. Teague comes in for Jones. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Here's Teague. Good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Hey, that's the cold-blooded, ruthless mentality you got to have. And I love seeing that from Teague. He wanted the ball in the clutch situation and came up big. Big time.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
And he just garnered a little bit more insurance there. Very confident as he's able to go up and knock those down.
And the Timberwolves call time here. They're down by 7. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, this has been rough all the way around. I mean, coming in with high hopes and then just now trying to finish the best they can.
Well, Greg, this one's clearly over. This is done. But hopefully they can find some momentum to carry into the next game.
Jones, no luck. Jones against Ball. And so Los Angeles takes the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, were you satisfied with the team's performance tonight?
We got a very good team, but in order for us to continue to improve, we have to go out and we have to defend, we have to play for one another, and we have to be selfless. You know, it's not about the individual, it's about the team, and if we all give in to what the team needs to do to be better, then we'll be okay.
It is a work in progress, LeBron. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.